The behavior section is about how your users interact with your website or your app. We'll use the behavior reports to identify the most popular content on your site and get a better understanding of how visitors are navigating between the pages. We're going to start by looking at the overview report within the behavior reporting section. You'll find that by selecting Overview within the behavior category in the left-hand navigation. Here on the right-hand side, we have an at-a-glance of all of our behavior metrics. You'll see the same graph that you're used to seeing on your other reports, and below that, we have a summary of some of these statistics. Here on the far left, we can see page views. Now, the page views metric lets you see how often each page on your site was visited. This is different than visitors because one visitor can contribute multiple page views. Next to this, you'll notice unique page views, and this number will be less than your page views. The unique page views metric refers to the number of individual people who have viewed a specific page at least once. So if a visitor loads the same page several times, it'll only count as one page view. Next to this, we can see our average time on each page of our site, our overall bounce rate, and our exit percentage. These metrics give you an indication of how engaging users find each page on your site. Now, if we scroll down, we can see all of our pages listed here, along with the total page views and the percentage of page views as it relates to the entire site. You'll see the pages listed by showing you what comes after the slash in your domain name. So here we have slash being the actual root, /work, /optionshouse, ... and so on and so forth. Sometimes it's easier to change the site content filter to page title, and this will give you the actual page titles as it corresponds to those sections of your site. You'll notice that if it says not set, that means you haven't set a page title, and it's really important to consider adding a page title because as an SEO benefit, every page needs to have a title. Now from here, let's take a look at the behavior flow report, and I'll choose that from the navigation on the left-hand side. The behavior flow lets you see the path visitors take on your site, from the first page they view to the last page they view before they leave the site. This is a great way to identify problems, popular content, and understand which sections of your site aren't getting as much exposure as you had hoped. Some quick details on this report. In the upper left-hand corner, where it says automatically grouped pages, if you select that dropdown, you can change the view type. So you could look at events if you have those configured, you could create your own content grouping, or you can look at pages and events together. You might come into this page and discover that users are not clicking onto your Contact Us page after viewing your services section. So here I can see that there is a work page. As I hover over, I can get some information about it. I see that we have 17 visits through, 73% continue through this page, 6 drop off, and that's what that red indication means. And I know from here that they're going on to an additional work page, as well as 7 other additional pages. You can also click into any of these sections to highlight traffic through there or explore traffic. So I'll choose Explore Traffic, and now I'm going to zoom in on that work page. And I can see what's happened here. So the precursor to arriving, and then where they're going next. Here I can see that of the 54 sessions, 42 move on. 11 of those go to the client's page, 5 to some project pages, and so on and so forth. Now, I might want to see people moving on to the contact page, and that's not happening. So I might want to consider adding a better call to action on my work page to allow people to contact me more easily. I'm going to go back to the behavior flow by selecting it in the upper left-hand corner. Now, another thing that's interesting about behavior flow is you can bring in additional dimensions, just like you would on any other report. Here, where it says landing page, I've selected, and we could type country, and now we have some information about the countries and where that traffic is going. You can also choose the gear icon to the right and modify up to 5 match types. So here in the customized dimension items, you'll choose add an item on the far right, and now I can say country equals United States. As I start typing, Google's going to give me the dropdown. I'll select it and choose apply. So now I'm only looking at traffic from the United States and what those users are doing. By honing in on one page specifically, you can analyze how effective the page is as a landing page, which will let you know by all of those entrances in green. So remember, when we selected work, and I highlight traffic through here, I can see the landing pages that drove traffic here. And if I had a lot of traffic arriving direct, I would know that it's a very valid landing page. Now, this behavior flow report is meant to be a very high-level overview. It's a great way to get some perspective, but in the next movie, we'll walk through how you can get an even closer look by using the remaining site content reports.